YouTube. So today, as promised, is the next installment of How Do Lolita coordinates. And this one is my forte, which is Sweet Lolita. Alright, so I have set up behind me 3 examples of an OP, JSK, and a Scallop hat, since I do not own a skirt. And I have blouses and a bunch of accessories that we'll go over. So let's get started. I figure we should go with OP, JSK, Scallop hat, since that's what I feel like doing. So let's get going. My example to show you guys for OPs is a bodyline OP. It came out last year. It is Podington Bears. I've worn this numerous times and I just love it. Very, very cute. Never made a box opening video for it, but I've talked about it in my earlier videos. So how to coordinate this? Well, what I like to think of when you have an OP, as I said before in my Gothic Lolita one, is that you need to let the dress say for itself what it's going to say. You don't want to go overboard with it. You can pull out components of the garment in your accessories and what you put over it, but you're not going to want to throw another conflicting idea on the table. So when I last wore this, what I did was I paired it with a pink shoe, which I'll show you in a minute, which pulled out the pink that happens throughout the garment. So you have a nice mint color complemented by the pink, which draws your attention to the bears and whatnot. So let me show you those. For the shoes, I wore these in TNI tea parties that I got off of my Lolita dress, which I did have a video on them, so my review time one, I'll put a link to it below. They're very simple, very plain. They don't add anything too big, but they're adorable and they add that extra touch to sort of qualify the bodyline garment. Alternatively, you could wear a blue shoe like I have, which was my first Lolita shoe. It's a sort of heamy look, also by Anti&I. It's also very cute. These would bring out the blue in the garment, which is kind of a conflicting thing. I would rather pull out the pink, but if you prefer blue or any other color on the garment, such as white, orange, red, any of the colors that you see, that would be perfectly fine and a good choice. Just depends on your taste. Now, for if it's cold, like when I wore it, what I did was I put something over it. I wore a bolero, which I will show you. Also by Bodyline, just added a little bit of warmth for my arms since I wasn't wearing a blouse. It's very, very cute and kept me warm. And this added touch also brings out the pink on the shoe and furthers the attraction to the bears and whatnot that are going around on the print. When it comes to socks and whatnot, what I wore for this were these little ankle socks that I got from Forever 21 about 2 years ago. They're very cute. You can flip them over like that. I wore them in my last sweet coord, which I could put a link to below. Put a link to a bunch of examples. Some mine, some other people's maybe. But you could also wear a nice tight, such as this, or like these ones I'm wearing today, which are knitted. I'll show you. Or anything like this. So anything like that would work for leg-wise. You could also wear thigh-high socks, but I unfortunately do not own a pair of white ones or colored ones besides black, so I can't show you an example of that. But white thigh-high socks would be good, or a pair of knee-length ones. These are very popular in Lolita. Now, after you have all that done, you might want to have a head bow. There are lots of ways you could choose a head bow for this garment. You could take off the waist bow. You take off the waist bow here and just put it on your head. You can sew an alligator clip on, or you can attach it to a headband. I usually like to leave the head bow on the dress, and instead I recently purchased a head bow for these purposes. It's by Kira, and I got it recently. It's a little wonky right now. It's been sitting around, but you get the idea. It's very simple and sweet. And it, again, would further the attraction to the pink on the dress, so you're not a complete mint ball. Now, if you aren't wearing a bolero, or you plan to take it off during the day, you might want to find something to do with your hands. Well, wrist cuffs are a great way to start for Sweet Lolita. I got these from Peacockorium, I believe. I don't know how to pronounce their shop name, but these are very, very cute. They have an Etsy store and a store on Shop. I love these. Very, very cute. Wrist cuffs are kind of tricky to figure out how they go on. I know lovely Laura explained in one of her videos that you have usually it's where this dangles. That's the way you wear it, but for these, usually what I know to be the case is you have the bigger part of the wrist cuff, the like lacier part, that goes towards the hand, and the smaller half goes towards here. So when you lift up your hand, the little thing dangles down and not slipping over. If that makes sense. I love wrist cuffs. They're a great way, great accessory to have. Again, to help accent something. But you could also alternatively use one of those little beaded bands that you usually make like in first grade, kindergarten. Really cute, like friendship bracelet looking stuff that's made out of beads. Anything of the sort like that. I know some people do use pearls. That's cool too. For other accessories, I would say rings and necklaces. So I'll show you some of those. Now, these I did a little review on a while ago. Here's a little macaron ring. It's very cute. Also, since it has mint and pink on it, kind of ties it together. Or for anything else, something similar to this necklace. Anything that's sort of big chain like that and cute. Now, I forgot to mention this with the head bow. It's very important to think about what you're going to be doing with your hair. You could wear pigtails or any other sort of hairstyle you really want with Sweet. There are lots of tutorials and whatnot for hair, but just throw out some ideas if you want to do pigtails, something like that. It would be a great idea to get something along the lines of these. I know these were a pain in the ass in the 90s when my mom would try putting my hair in little pigtails. Hated them because he's always hit you in the head. But anything kind of flowery, I like that. Or any sort of cute hair clips. Like this. Be very, very cute. Never mind. Another great thing to do with Sweet Lolita are wigs. If you just don't want to mess around with your hair, or if you're running late or something like that. or you just don't like your hair in general, wigs are a great thing to do with Sweet Lolita because they fit very well with the aesthetic, and you have way more variety of color. You can go with something pink or something more natural colored. You could also do twin tail ones where they have little clips inside, so very cute. And anything of the sort like that, those work out really well, I think. Now, to continue, since we have the OP done, pretty much, I think, because once you get all that together, you're good to go. You just go on your little merry way. So let's move on to the JSK. So for my pick for this one, my example, you saw this one a few videos ago. Oh, my finger wants to make noise. This is Infanta's Dolly House print. It's fairly old print, I believe, but very, very cute. Reminds me of some angelic pretty prints that have come out. Bring it a little closer so you can see all the colors on it. Now, what I did when I wore this, I didn't want to really do more with yellow because it's very, very bright in pastel. But I wanted to play around with some of the colors in it. What I decided I'd bring out in the print was pink, since it's very easy and I have the shoes for it. So I'll show you how I did that. So you have this print, and you have all this pink generally towards the bottom, so it's a great idea to probably accent it at the top. So, the gloss I chose to use with this was the gloss I decided to use to accent the pink in it with. This is by Magic Tea Party. Very much recommend this gloss. It's very, very comfy. And very elegant. It's very heeny, I think. So, this is the gloss I used. It covers where the straps are on the JSK very well. So it seems more of like one entire ensemble. Like an OP. Except it's not an OP, it's a JSK. So this is the gloss I used. So naturally, the shoes I picked were pink. Again, it's Tea Party shoes from Auntie and I. And they helped bring pink throughout. To continue that style, I wore a pink bow. Again, by Kira. And just brought it throughout, and in the middle you have this pastel yellow. It's very cute. For my legs, I wore these again, but you can very well wear any sort of white tights, thigh-high socks, knee-high socks, anything of the sort. And also for head bows, if you do have a head bow that matches your JSK, go ahead and do that. For hair, same thing, you can do really anything you want. Again, I let my hair just loose because it worked better with my head bow, but if you want to wear pigtails or anything like that, go right ahead. Now, also if it's cold you don't have a blouse, you just don't feel like wearing a blouse or it's too hot out, you can wear a bolero and get away with it. It's fine. Go for it. I'm not going to condone you for it. I've done it before. So again, you just pull up a little bolero that matches with what you're going for in color scheme wise, and go on your little merry way. Also, if you have a short sleeve blouse, like I do, if you have a short sleeve blouse, like this one, you could easily, if it's pink, whatever, just example here, white, which also does match, but that's a completely different idea. If it's white, I would say go with a yellow shoe or a white shoe, and try accenting with the yellow head bow. Just to toss that in there real quick. Anyway, if you have a short sleeve blouse, it would be a good idea to wear the wrist cuffs, the bracelets, and stuff like that. If it's a long sleeve, probably not, because you'd be going into OTT, which is not my forte, so I can't really tell you what's too much and what's okay. Yeah. Short sleeve blouse, probably wear wrist cuffs and stuff on your hands. Long sleeve, probably not. And same thing goes with hair, whatnot, as I said before, and accessories. For the last thing in this video I'd like to go over would be scallopettes. Since I do not own a skirt, so I cannot show you a coordinate for that, unfortunately. If I do ever get a skirt in the future, which I may or may not, I can't really say right now, I will then make a video showing how to coordinate Sweet Lolita with the skirt. But until then, let's go with the scallopette, which for this one, I'm going to present the Fancy Paper Doll Scallopette by Angelic Pretty. Now, this one, I did not get the head though, so I can't show you a whole thing of AP going on, but for this, there are a lot of options with scallopettes. And first I'll show you the print, so you can see all the colors and whatnot going on. I got a lot of yellow, lavender, pink, blue, green even. So any of those colors you can accent again. A couple ways I can show you with this. And you also have a bit of different blouse options in my opinion when it comes to scallopettes, because they're slightly more casual. So it would be okay, in this case, to wear a cutsew, such as this one, which is by Infanta. I believe it came out with their Dolly House print, but I'm not so sure about that, so if I'm wrong, please let me know. And it is possible to dress up a scallopette, which I will show you in un momento, so just hold on a second. So for the cutsew, it's easy to pull out the cute little print, the colors in the print, as well as keeping with a more relaxed tone. And then you can wear either blue shoes, pink shoes, lavender shoes if you have them, anything like that. And if you have the head bow, you can go ahead with that. If you don't, pigtails, wig, whatever. But since I do own the matching socks for the scallopette, I would recommend, for the cord I just showed you, to wear those, because it helps bring out that. And if you wanted, this could be an easy way to add the pink shoe into the combination. Now, speaking of pink, you could also wear a pink blouse to help dress it up. Or if you only have a white blouse, or if you just really like wearing a white blouse, you can go with that too. If you go with a white blouse though, I would recommend you using a blue shoe then, just because it would keep with the scallopette's color, or a white shoe if that's what you have and that's what you really want to do. I always really suggest going with color, because in Sweet Lolita, color is really the main thing. It's always about the bright color and whatnot. So sometimes white is good, sometimes it's muted, I think, in my opinion. Seen it done well, just my opinion again, so don't hate me for it. So yeah, that's really it for this video about coordinating Sweet Lolita. I hope you really enjoyed this, or if it's helpful in any way, please let me know in the comments below, or message me on my Tumblr, which is linked on my page. I'm currently in the process of making a new banner. I commissioned my boyfriend's brother, who's an artist, to do it for me, so it'll be awesome. Look out for that. Finally figured out what's wrong with my Lolita and family video. It's been forever. So yeah, I'm working on fixing that, and it will be up as soon as possible. Again, like and subscribe, because that's what people say at the end of their videos. Let's see.